If you're learning identity and access management, you've probably heard people mention tools like SailPoint or Microsoft Entra ID. And if you're new to IAM, you're probably wondering something like, wait a minute, don't both of the tools both manage users and access? And honestly, that's a fair question, because on the surface, they look pretty similar. Both deal with identities, both deal with user accounts, both can automate things, both can connect to applications. So why exactly do large organizations spend money on both? And I'm going to try to explain this as simple as possible, without any complicated diagrams, without any buzzwords that you may hear get thrown out there, or even making it sound like a college lecture. The goal of this video is for you to understand what an identity provider is, what an identity governance platform is, and how authentication and authorization work, and even why tools like SailPoint and Entra are often used together in large enterprises. Let's jump right into it. Now, before we even talk about SailPoint or Entra, we really need to understand two concepts. This would be authentication and authorization. Because if you understand these two concepts, everything else starts making a lot more sense. Authentication is simply answering the question, who are you? While authorization on the other side is answering a different question. What are you allowed to access? Think about your bank account. When you log in with your username and password, maybe have to get through MFA, the bank is verifying your identity. That's authentication. What's up, everybody? So I wanted to take a break from the video to show you guys this really good product. It's called IAM Academy. It's an identity and access management platform focused on for anybody, whether you're a beginner learning identity or whether you're a career switcher that's looking to learn identity and access management as well. So here's the main home screen of the platform. If I click Access IAM Academy, you'll see here it has learning curriculum, it has labs, it has interview prep, it has an AI tutor. You can also track your progress. So it starts with understanding what is IAM all the way to identities, accounts, permissions, authentication, and authorization. So it goes through everything you pretty much need to learn A through Z. You can even take notes here. This is really cool. They even have a final assessment that you can take once you complete the curriculum, and also even videos, right? Videos, explanations in each one of these as well. So you get the best of both worlds of just learning A through Z, all about identity. Now, as far as these labs, they do start you off slow, all the way from beginner level, intermediate, advanced labs, right? So it's a ton of different ones. They even have troubleshooting labs. So this is really good for when you're looking for those engineer level roles or even analyst role, right? So you can explain these and be best prepared and have that real experience to talk about in those interviews. They also even have interview prep. So this interview prep is really good. It's like your flashcard to pretty much prep for those interviews. And I think these are really good. I do these even to just get up to date with interview questions, as always be prepared. So definitely want to check out this platform. It's really good. This AI tutor is really cool too. You can ask it questions and it'll answer it. So yeah, it's a pretty good platform. Just thought I'd take some time outside of the video to show you guys this. It is discounted right now. I will put the link in the description, so make sure to check that out. But other than that, let's get right back into the video. Now, when you're logged in, you can see your checking account. You can transfer money, you can pay bills. Those are permissions that you're authorized to do. In other words, authentication gets you through the front door, and authorization just determines what rooms you're allowed to enter. So let's start with Microsoft Entra ID. You've probably heard people throw around the term identity provider or IDP, and honestly, it sounds more complicated than what it actually is. All the identity provider is doing is proving who you say you are. And that's the primary job of the IDP. Think about when you log into Microsoft 365 and you enter your username or you enter your password. And when doing so, you may even have to approve a push notification from the Microsoft Authenticator app. And then Microsoft says, yep, it's actually you, you're authenticated. And that's exactly what Entra is really good at. Entra ID handles things like single sign-on, multi-factor authentication, and even application access. Now, here's what people start getting it confused, because Entra can also automate things. It can create users, it can disable users, and it can also assign group memberships. It can even participate in the join, remove, or leave process. So naturally, people start asking, well, if Entra can do all of that, why would I ever need SailPoint? That's a great question, so let's talk about it. This is where a lot of people finally get their aha moment. SailPoint is trying to answer an entirely different set of questions. Questions like, who has access? Why do they have that access? Who approved that access? And why do they still have that access? This is called governance. And that's exactly where SailPoint shines. Think of it this way. Entra is really good at helping users get access, and SailPoint is really good at making sure users have the right access. Those sound very similar, but they're actually two different problems. And what I like to say is Entra ID is the authentication layer, while SailPoint is the authorization layer. So if you understand what authentication is and what authorization is, just look at it that way. IDP, Authentication, IGA, Authorization, Entra ID, IDP, SailPoint, IGA. Let's make this practical. Let's say somebody named Sarah gets hired tomorrow as a financial analyst. The HR team enters Sarah into Workday. Now here's where the magic starts happening behind the scenes. Workday sends Sarah's information over. Different attributes like her first name, her last name, her employee ID number, her department, her manager, her job title, and even her location. These are called attributes. Now, SailPoint receives that information and starts asking questions. What access should Sarah have? What applications does somebody in this role normally need? What groups does she belong to? What permissions should she receive? Once those decisions are made, provisioning then can begin. Maybe an account gets created in Entra, or maybe Salesforce gets assigned. Maybe this person needs access to Salesforce, Microsoft 365, or maybe need access to a financial application. Now that we have that determined, Sarah, the financial analyst, has everything she needs to do her job. And the really cool part about this is that most of this can actually be automated. Speaking of automation, here's a concept that doesn't get talked about enough: account correlation. And if you're looking to get into IAM professionally, this is something you'll hear all the time. Imagine Sarah, the financial analyst, has accounts in 5 different systems. One says Sarah.Jones, another says S.Jones, another says Sarah123, and another may say Sarah.J. So you may ask the question, how does SailPoint know all of these accounts belong to the same person? That's where the correlation aspect comes in. You remember those attributes we talked about, like her employee ID, her email address? These are called unique identifiers. This is her attributes. These all connect those accounts back to one single identity. Without that correlation aspect, governance becomes extremely difficult, because now you don't know exactly who owns what. Now, let's bring everything together. A lot of modern enterprise organizations don't choose between SailPoint and Entra, they simply use both. A common architecture might look like this. You have Workday as the HRIS system, which in most organizations, that is considered their source of truth. From there, they have SailPoint, they have Entra, and then they have their applications. SailPoint governs that access and determines who has access to what, while Entra ID, on the other hand, is authenticating users and making sure you are who you say you are before we can authorize you access to those critical systems. And when all of those systems work together, organizations can then automate access while still maintaining governance and compliance. And that's simply the goal, not just giving people access, but giving the right people the right access at the right time. So if there's one thing I would like for you to take from this video, it's this: Entra and SailPoint aren't really competitors. To be honest, their platform is solving 2 different problems, although they have some overlap in the features that they can provide. Once again, Entra focuses heavily on authentication and identity services. SailPoint focuses heavily on governance, lifecycle management, compliance, and authorization oversight. One helps verify who you are, the other helps determine what you should have access to. And that's exactly why so many large organizations use both together. Hopefully this video helped simplify things in a way that you understand what an IDP is and what an IGA platform is. And if it did, make sure to subscribe, because I'll be doing a lot more IAM focused content. And if you'd like to join a free IAM and cybersecurity community, check out the links below. I'll see you in the next one.